Hey guys, it's me, Bambi, and I thought that I would make this video because I know a lot of people are thinking about their futures, and they either thinking about their futures or they're struggling with their futures, and that can give a lot of young people anxiety. I thought what I would do is talk about how there are options coming out of high school, or even if you are in high school, because I don't personally believe that formal education is for everybody. I mean, statistically, more women pass through formal education than men do, and I think that there are lots of options. You've got your neurodivergent people who struggle really hard with a lot of things. Then you've got people who are dyslexic, who want a career but they don't know how to go forward because the idea of heaps and heaps of essays and more studying is nauseating for them. So I thought that I would talk about how you don't necessarily need university to be successful. So we've got different options such as trades or apprenticeships. So a good example of a trade or apprenticeship would be something like electrician. You've got plumbing, you've got painting, carpentry, hair. Even Kim Kardashian did an apprenticeship in legal. I don't know how common that one is, but there are certainly options. And the other thing is, if you fail your high school or you don't get the grades that you thought you would, you can also do pathways into university as well. I think that that's a good option to look at as well. I recommend going for a trade before university because it can set you up with an education and a career coming straight from school. And even if you want to do something later, at least you'll have the financial founding to do it. Like, you'll have a foundation. So I personally recommend doing a trade before uni as like a gap few years, I guess, because you'll have a career. Now, also, there are people who don't necessarily want to go to uni. They don't want to become doctors. They don't want to become lawyers. They don't want to become this and that. But what you could do is, assuming your parents say so, if you feel like that high school's not for you and it's too stressful, it's too complicated, what you could do is move into a trade and get a head start. So if you're 16, you could go for a trade and start off your life early. Have a house by the time that you're in your early 20s. And the reason why I say this, not to promote people leaving school, but I feel like that the school system is designed to prepare you for university, and that's it. It's not really for everybody. And I think that leaving school could potentially benefit some people. So those people who are having trouble at school, who just have this huge sense of anxiety, might benefit going into a TAFE or trade school instead of being in, normal school. Because the normal school system is not catered for everybody. It's a specific type of learning style. Now, I feel like that it is good to get a head start if you do want to leave school, but that's a conversation for you and your parents. I feel like it's great if you want to find an early start to financial independence, and I feel like it's great if you have no intention of going to uni. But I feel like that that's a conversation for yourself and your parents to have. I am in a trade and I love it. I do hairdressing, but if I was to go to uni, it would probably be something to do with politics, which is not necessarily useful. I mean, it would be useful for my YouTube channel, but not particularly in a career sense. And I think that a lot of these university courses people go and do, like such as your Bachelor's of Arts and this and that, they're not necessarily going to get you a career, and they will get you a huge HECS debt or even a normal school debt depending on where you are. I think that looking at what you're doing as a career is beneficial. Go for it. But I think that if you know in your heart you don't want to go to uni and you don't want to complete school, a trade is a great alternative and it will get you a head start. Anyway, I guess I'll leave that at that. I'm not telling you to quit school, but I'm just giving you some information that I think would be beneficial. Anyway, toodaloo!